Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today's vlog is the one everyone's been waiting for, I think.
This is gonna be all about our wedding in India.
We left off last vlog when you arrived in the horse ride, I think.
Yeah.
So after you arrived, my family went down of the room where we were to meet you guys, I think.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened there.
This ceremony is basically the welcoming the bride's family and they exchange hats
Oh, yeah.
and they put garland on each other.
Yeah, I remember when we were watching the video, my brother was like, with one hand, like, he threw it on your brother.
Because nobody told him.
Nobody told him how
So
to.
they just gave him one garland and then like, okay, you have to put it in my brother's neck, and he just like...
He was like, well, I have one hat and one garland, I have two hands, so shoom.
Yeah. So he just threw the garland on my brother's neck.
That was funny.
It was quite funny,
Yeah. I don't know how long that took, but I was waiting still in the room for like half an hour, I would say. I don't know how long after they went down.
Yeah. Because after the horse ceremony, we started walking inside, and then we got to the main entrance, where your parents were already waiting, right? And we did that ceremony, and then
you walked in the room.
Exactly. So I started walking inside the venue, and that took another 15-20 minutes. And then I was on the stage, and then everybody was waiting for you eagerly. So, yeah.
Yeah, and then your brother and sister came to pick me.
How was that experience for you? Like coming from the room and then walking in the hall? And
I don't know what happened, but the hall was so hot. I don't know if because the doors were open, I don't know what happened. But like from the room to the hall, I was like already sweating.
I mean, you sweat a lot in general.
Yeah, but like that was too much.
I think plus your outfit.
Yeah.
That was too heavy.
It was heavy.
It was hot, yeah. Plus, I think the flash from the cameras, the heat they were producing.
Yeah, maybe that's why also.
That was a lot.
Yeah, because there were like big ass lamps.
And then I remember you walking towards the stage, and then there was like flashes and cameras everywhere in front of you.
It was like 5 cameras. I was like, which one do I look to?
And you were sweating a lot.
I was so sweaty.
And then I was
but before that, I entered with what's it called? Like the.
That's how the bride is brought onto the stage. I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's like they were holding the big piece, red cloth, and all 4 corners were like 2 guys at the front and 2 at the back. So
it wasn't a red cloth. It was a full steady thing.
The brothers of the bride, they basically walked the sister to the stage, and I think Carlos was in the front, and then there was 3 other cousin brothers from my family side, so they were walking you down the stage.
Oh, and that's when the thing fell off.
Oh,
because I was with the sweat.
Yeah.
Like it was like, honestly, like when I got to you, it was already off. I was like, what the hell?
Because it was just like I don't know how they fix it.
No, because it's just like it was just like a press-on thing.
Oh, so since you don't have any piercings, it didn't stick.
Yeah.
And then we took it off, I think, after.
Yeah, I was like, adios.
Because my mom, she wants you to wear everything.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's okay, but like I remember when Neha, she was like putting it on. She pressed too much, and I was tearing up. I was like, just do it already.
We put garland on each other, and then we exchange the rings as well.
Yeah.
And once you're on that stage, then all of the relatives, mostly the families, they'll come one by one, and they'll take pictures and give money, gifts. Yeah. And then the camera guy was so focused, like smile.
Yeah.
And then I was really good at face smiling throughout the whole video.
I was not.
Yeah.
In the first pictures, I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. But at the end of the day, when we got to do our like photo shoot, I was done with the smiles. I was so tired. I just wanted to take everything off already.
Yeah. And we were very exhausted at the end.
Yeah. Because we started early. It was like
we started early, and then basically when the wedding wrapped up, Then the dude asked us, "Oh, we'll do your
when we were already like sweaty
photo
and
shoot."
everything.
I was like,
But the
okay.
makeup, like, nice. Okay, let's go back.
Yeah.
People started like showing and like for pictures, and then they gave us gifts.
Yeah, they give money to both bride and the groom, right?
Mm.
So when the family comes, they take pictures. They'll give you, I don't know how much they were giving, 100 rupees, 500 rupees.
Mm.
So they'll give money to you and me, and then that was the most exciting part because we got a lot of money. Some of them they would give gifts.
Mm.
I remember one of our neighbors, he gave me a watch, and
Oh yeah.
I had no idea where that watch is. Later I found out my brother was wearing it. I was like, "Oh, this is the watch you got from that guy." I was like,
What do you mean?
it was my gift. Like, what the hell? Where's that watch? Anyway, so I got it from my brother. After that happened, we stepped out for Havan.
Mm.
Havan is basically the prayer. It's a Hindu ritual.
Mm.
It is performed in a mandap. Mandap is that stage that they build outside, and there's a priest. And the significance of that is you are praying to all the different Hindu gods, performing different rituals. And the main idea to perform those rituals is to seek blessings from the god and seek prosperity. I remember priest, he was asking some funny questions. Most of them were in your favor. For example, in our wedding, if you screw up, then it's my fault. And if I screw up, it's my fault as well.
That's how it goes.
And then I remember,
that's just life.
Yeah. Happy wife, happy life,
Happy
right?
life, happy life.
And I remember that he was asking me to translate whatever he was saying in Hindi. And then I was translating it to you. Things like you're not allowed to go late in the night. Wherever you go, you have to ask permission from your wife.
Yeah.
And don't drink outside with strangers, don't hang out with strangers, come back home in time, things like that. I was like, okay. And what from her side? Like, she don't have to take any permission from you. She can do whatever she wants. If she screws up, then
it's your fault.
Exactly. Then you shouldn't be mad at her. I was like, why is she taking all the credit? So that was very funny.
Yeah. It's not funny, it's like facts.
Yeah, I guess. And that took what? An hour and a half?
Yeah. I remember before starting, when it was only you and my dad first, I was like sitting behind. And I asked Denti, oh, how long is this gonna take? Because I saw there was a DJ and like more food and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And she said like, oh, it's like 15 minutes. Like normally it's longer. But they told the priest like to hurry up because there's like not so much time.
Yeah.
So they told her like make it fast.
Yeah, it was too tight.
But then I was like, oh okay, that's good, like 15-20 minutes. And then we were there like for the rest of the wedding time.
I remember my dad was pushing the priest to just get it done within an hour. Because he was waiting for my brother to get the jewelry in the middle of the ceremony. It's called Mangal Sutra. Mangal Sutra that goes on your neck.
Yeah.
And that's one of the part of that ritual. And I remember my brother, I don't know, he was finding the Mangal Sutra. It took forever for him to bring that. My dad, he was telling the priest, we have to get it done within an hour. And then the priest was looking at the clock, then he was reading the mantras very fast.
Yeah.
However, it took almost an hour and a half. It wasn't 1 hour. But once you're sitting there and you have to get it done, I mean, unless the priest gives you a green flag that it's done, you have to sit there. What can you do?
Yeah.
That ceremony, they start with setting up a fire, and they used ghee. Ghee is basically melted butter. It's pure, and that's why they used it to lit up the fire. And then he was reading mantras representing every single Hindu god. You remember we were like scooping ghee and then putting it multiple times.
That's when I started melting again.
Yeah.
Because the fire like grew more.
Because it got too hot.
Yeah.
So we were putting the ghee in that fire, and then there were rice, and there were sesame seeds as well, I think. After the mantras were completed, we were doing the Saat Fere. Saat Fere means the 7 circles around the fire. Every circle or every fera has a significance. We googled it a lot of times, and
but we don't remember. But it's like basic stuff, like taking care of the finance together or stuff like that.
Taking care of each other in good and bad. If either of you fall sick, the other one has to help out. Take care of your partner.
Yeah.
I don't remember the rest of the feras. But to conclude it, it's basically for togetherness. Be together through thick and thin.
Yeah.
Help out each other, and don't cheat, and don't talk bad.
Just if you want to know more about it, just go on Google and search it, because we literally Googled it like multiple times.
Yeah.
I don't know if before the wedding and then after the wedding and then after
and
like
we still don't know.
We still don't know exactly what it is, but it's like basic marriage promises that you make.
Also,
I think it's the same in any culture actually.
They call it Saat Feras, also means Saat Janmo Ka Saath. Saat Janmo Ka Saath means you are together for 7 lives. So you're making a promise to each other that we'll be together for next 7 lives.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So Saat Janmo Ka Saath, Saat Fere. That's what they call it.
And then also my brother was involved in that. He was giving us like the rice and then we threw it in the fire also.
They started with your father, I believe. Your father was sitting next to me. So he read the mantras, and then your father was...
Oh, I was like, my dad read?
No, the priest, he read the mantras, and then your father was there. And I was translating to your dad what's the meaning of this, and what you have to do. For example, you have to splash water on your left shoulder, and then on your right shoulder, and then you take the rice in your hand, then you put it on the fire, and then you pick up the ghee, put it in the fire.
Oh, so he did the same that we did, but like by himself.
Yeah.
Oh. But my brother was there when we were like doing the circles. Like every time we finished a circle, he gave us rice, and then we threw it in the fire. That was like a marathon with that skirt, man. Not like a guy is like, oh my god,
it's too heavy.
And then they were like, hurry. I'm like, I'm trying.
And I remember holding your lehenga so you can walk properly.
It was so heavy.
Yeah.
And the best part is that we did it like nighttime. It was already like, I don't know,
around 8:30.
And so it wasn't that hot outside.
Yeah.
I only got hot when the fire was like.
And you sweat a lot.
I sweat a lot, so I was like, oh, thank you God.
And then I remember we were walking back to the hall.
Yeah.
And I see guests were leaving. In that time.
Yeah. Even before entering back, people were like already leaving. I was like, okay, maybe they're going for a smoke. I don't know.
Because it was the time for them to leave. We had the booking till midnight, and it was 11:30 or 11:45.
Or maybe they didn't see us inside and they were like, oh, did they already leave? Okay, let's go.
And then the camera guy, he was like, oh, let's take your pictures now. It was a photo shoot.
Oh my god.
So he was taking pictures while I see guests leaving outside. And we were very exhausted at that point. But we didn't have the photo shoot before anywhere pre-wedding or anything. So that was the only moment for us.
Yeah.
So I'm glad he asked for it and we did that.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
the pictures came out really nice.
Yeah, otherwise we wouldn't have any pictures of our photo shoot. Just you and me. That was good. We finished the photo shoot, we came back in, and then they had the dinner.
Yeah, literally the only people left was like our family.
Yeah.
That's it. I was like, oh, where's the music? Because in Mexico, it's common that the weddings end like late, like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. But obviously it depends like how the time you schedule it for.
Yeah. They gave us till midnight. The booking was
at 6,
until 11 p.m. from 6 to 11.
Yeah, that's why.
But they said you can stay till midnight. I don't know what was on the menu.
Yeah.
And they were just bringing whatever we were eating.
Yeah.
And the food was good.
Yeah, I was not even that hungry anymore. Like, I was just tired.
I felt the same as well.
Yeah. I was like, damn, I can't even like enjoy this delicious food.
Yeah.
Because it was really good whatever I tried, but like, I just wanted to sleep.
Everything was so fast.
Yeah.
The rituals and then the photo shoot, and then we were just exhausted. And not hungry. And that's another thing. In your own wedding, you cannot enjoy that much.
Yeah.
Like you don't care about how delicious the food is because you're just caught up in so many different things.
Yeah.
And in the end, you just eat whatever is there, and you just want to go home and get some rest, basically.
When we managed to get everyone in the cars, we drove back, and there was another ritual that I had to do before entering the house.
It's called Grih Parvesh, which means house entry. So after the wedding, the bride is welcome in the family, and there's a pot of rice. So that's how you enter the house. So you have to kick that, and then you walk inside.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is considered very fortunate and lucky that Grih Pravesh of the Vadhu. Vadhu is the bride. So after the wedding is done, we welcome you in our family. So that was the last ritual, and then we went to bed.
No? We went to bed. I spent like another maybe hour taking everything off.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was like, I had actual flowers on my head and like 1,000 hairpins. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
When I took everything out, I was like, oh my god, I'm breathing now. My head was like, oh, thank you, Jesus.
But how was the experience like wearing Indian outfit and going through
the Indian,
all the
like wearing the lehenga choli, it was very exhausting, but it was so beautiful and I looked so good.
Because of the weight, right?
Yeah, it was like so heavy. Like I showed you, like when I was in my PJs, I was like, look.
Yeah.
I put it and it was like standing by itself.
Yeah. And I remember I had a hard time lifting it up.
I told you, come lift it.
With my both,
okay.
I tried to lift with my both hands.
Imagine carrying that with your waist. It's like,
well, you wanna be pretty. So
yeah, I think that the bride goes through more things while getting ready before the wedding.
And also she's the main highlight of the wedding.
Yeah.
In my opinion. And everybody is more excited to see the bride than the groom.
Especially if it's like non-Indian bride, I guess.
So that's your...
Which I look Indian, I know that, but I'm not.
You want to be the
Yeah.
best looking person.
Yeah, why would I like go to India, like go through all the trouble of going to India, getting married there, and just wear like a white dress? Like,
exactly.
No.
Yeah.
What's the point?
Yeah. And I really appreciate you mixing up really nice in the culture.
Yeah.
I know it was hard putting on the costume, and then they made you try so many things when we were doing the trials on your dress.
Oh yeah.
And then the jewelry and everything.
Oh my god, the earrings. The earrings were so heavy. I don't know how, like, and they had to put like something else like to hold it up because literally my earlobe was like hanging.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not used to like wearing heavy earrings. Like some people maybe they are, but like I don't wear like big ass earrings that are heavy because it hurts.
Yeah.
So, and even in the wedding day when they were getting me ready and all that, they put the rings and they didn't put the thing properly up, so it was still hanging. And I was trying to move it, but then I was gonna ruin the hair and everything. So I was like, oh, fudge, I'm stuck like this. So maybe that's also another reason that my head was hurting.
Mm-hmm.
But it was good.
But you suck it up and went with the flow.
Yeah, you make the most of that headache.
So that's good. Yeah. Because it's very overwhelming, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember on day one when we were trying our outfits and doing all that, you were like freaking out.
I was so close to crying.
And I was
like, what's going on?
And I was a bit worried. I was like, it's okay. Just one step at a time.
Yeah, I'm glad.
You'll be all right.
Like, I'm so lucky that I had my family there, honestly. Like, I don't know what I would have done without them there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was so much happening, like, all the time in that day. Like, when we were to look for the outfits, it was like...
But it was good.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change it for anything, honestly.
Yeah, that's about our Indian wedding. If you want to know more about it, comment down below.
Let us know also if you want to know more about the Mexican wedding, because we didn't talk much about that, but let us know if you're interested, because it was also a very fun time.
Yeah. I hope you guys like the vlog. Stay happy, stay kind, and
Bye.
peace.